Hey guys, Glizzy here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new weapons coming to the new dungeon, Ghost of the Deep. So we're going to be getting a handful of new weapons when this new dungeon does drop, and we do have all of the random rolls, and I'm going to be giving you the god rolls and what I'm going to be hunting for when this dungeon actually drops on Friday. So now we know what all the armor looks like for the dungeon. It is Lucent Hive themed armor. You can actually check out our video in the top right hand. We also know what the exotic is going to be for the dungeon as well. It's going to be a strand trace rifle, and we do have all of the perks and the exotic perk for this weapon as well. We know what the emblems are going to be for the dungeon, so now we know what the flawless and the original emblem is going to be for the dungeon, and then we know what the title is going to be called. The title is going to be called Ghoul. So when this dungeon does drop, it's going to be bringing tons of goodies to the game for us to hunt down for. But today we're going to be taking a look at all of the weapons that are going to be dropping from the dungeon, and I'll be giving you my god rolls and what I'm going to be hunting for. If you do go on to enjoy this Destiny 2 video, please be sure to let me know by smashing that thumbs up button. But without further ado, let's dive straight into it. To kick things off, we're going to start with the strand trace rifle. This is going to be the brand new exotic dropping from the dungeon. So this exotic comes with the exotic perk Protective Weave, and this reads: firing this weapon at an ally grants woven mail to both the user and the target. And then we have Weft Cutter, and this reads: dealing sustained damage severs the target. And then it comes with full bore and light battery. And then as we can see here on the left hand side, we also have all of the stats for the zoom, the rounds per minute, the range. All of our good stuff is right here on the side. This is definitely looking like it's going to be a very nice trace rifle. Doesn't look like it's going to be too good for doing actual damage, but for doing ad clear and for basically mid game or support gameplay, it looks like it is definitely going to excel when it comes to support. Next, we have our grenade launcher here. So this is our stasis wave frame grenade launcher, and this does come with the origin perk Restoration Ritual, and this reads: reviving allies or defeating combatants with the finisher reloads this weapon and readies an emergency reload for the next time this weapon runs out of ammo. So this weapon does come with some alright perks. I mean, I can't complain. I wish it did actually have chill clip on it, but unfortunately it doesn't. But we do have some decent perks down the first column here. We have Ensemble, Unrelenting, Shot Swap, Lead from Gold, Demolitionist, and Perpetual Motion. Down our second column here, we have Adrenaline Junkie, Redirection, Collective Action, Harmony, Kill Clip, and then Pugilist. So for the god roll and what I'm going to be hunting for when it does come to this brand new waveframe grenade launcher, so I'm just going to start off here with the second column. So I'm going to be looking for high velocity rounds. Down the third column, I'm going to be looking for Demolitionist, and then down this fourth and final column, we are either going to be looking for Redirection or Collective Action. Collective Action is a brand new perk, and this perk seems like it is really good on paper. I really got to try it out in game to see how it actually performs. But Collective Action reads: collecting elemental pickups or throwing a strand tangle grant a stacking period of increased damage. Elemental pickups include Fire Sprit, Void Breaches, Stasis Shards, Ionic Traces, and Strand Tangles. So we're going to have to test this and see how much damage we're actually getting increased from this brand new perk, but this definitely seems like it's a solid perk. So again, for my god roll, I'm going to be looking for Demolitionist and Collective Action. Moving on to our next dungeon weapon here, we have the brand new rapid fire glaive. This is a solar elemental weapon. So for this god roll, we're actually going to just be ignoring the first column because I'm not too familiar with the first column perks. If it does come down to the first column, I guess I would just go with something that gives me a little bit more range. So something like ballistic tuning or even super cooled accelerator would be not too bad of an option. Down this second column here, I'd be looking for either extended mag or accurized rounds for that increased range again. Down the third column, I would be looking for immovable object or even lead from gold. Lead from gold is one of my favorite perks in the game, so if I could get my hands on that perk, I mean, I would be more than happy. And then down the fourth column, I would be either looking for unstoppable force or collective action or even close to melee. Close to melee is easily the best glaive perk, so when it does come to my god roll, I guess I would be looking for something like lead from gold with close to melee. That would really make my day, but we really don't know the exact damage increase from collective action, so this could give us just the same amount of damage increase like close to melee does, or it could be a little bit less than it. Again, we're gonna have to test this perk out to see how effective it actually is. So now moving on to our next weapon here, we have the SMG from the dungeon. This is a solar SMG, and it is an aggressive frame. So for this, I'm gonna be looking for my god roll. Down the first column, you gotta go with extended barrel for that increased range. Gotta get extended barrel. Down the second column here, I would be looking for something like armor piercing rounds or high caliber rounds or even ricochet rounds. But for my god roll, I guess I'll go ricochet rounds. They usually do me pretty well. So for my god roll, I guess ricochet rounds down the second column here. Down the third column, so we have a brand new perk, Discord. Final blows with another weapon grant this weapon increased speed for aiming down sights, accuracy, and airborne effectiveness for a short time. When Discord is active, final blows refund ammo. That seems like it's such a solid PvE perk. So for a PvE roll, I guess we're gonna have to check out Discord. We know what all the other perks do, but Discord definitely sounds like it would be really nice for PvE content. And then down the fourth and final column here, I'd probably be looking for something like Incandescent or again Collective Action. Even Elemental Capacitor is not too bad here. Adrenaline Junkie. Down the fourth column, it's really looking real nice, and it would be such a hard pick. But for my god roll, personally, and what I would be going for would be something like down the first column, Extended Barrel. Down the second column, again, something like Ricochet rounds. I wouldn't be upset if I got like a Pendant Mag or even Extended Mag down that second column. And then down the third column, I would be looking for Discord for sure. And then down the fourth and final column, we would be looking for something like Incandescent or Adrenaline Junkie. But I'd probably have to go with Incandescent because with Discord, that probably makes this SMG a ad clearing machine. Moving on to our final weapon here, we have our brand new Stasis rocket launcher. This is an aggressive frame. And then for this rocket launcher, for the god roll and what I would be looking for, so down the first column here, we would be looking for something like Volatile Launch, which is really nice for greatly increasing our blast radius. Down the second column here, we'd be looking for something like Black Powder. Black Powder is really nice, slightly increases your blast radius. I'm a big fan of Black Powder whenever I can get it. I think it gives you the most damage increase that you can actually get on a rocket launcher. And then down the third column, we're going to be looking for Envious Assassin. I wonder how much you could actually overflow your rocket. That would be absolutely insane. And then down the fourth column here, we're going to be looking for Bait and Switch. Bait and Switch actually being on this rocket launcher is just absolutely disgusting. I know that Apex Predator from Last Wish is currently rolling with Bait and Switch, but to see this perk actually appear on rocket launchers, it might just bring them back into the meta. So this is definitely a very interesting roll, and we would have to just get it in our hands to test it out, because on paper it sounds really good, but we would just have to try it out in gameplay. But again, down that fourth column, it's such a hard choice. Once again, we have Collective Action, we have Bipod, which is a brand new perk to Season of the Deep. Increases rocket launcher ammo and reserves, but reduces the damage and blast radius and reload speed. I just seen something on Reddit stating that the blast radius actually shrinks down, and then on top of that, you take a minus 20% damage increase with Bipod. So it does basically balance itself out. I don't know how good it's going to be with a 20% damage decrease when you actually have this perk. Then our next perk, we have Cluster Bombs, we have Explosive Light, and then we have Chill Clip. So just all good perks down the fourth column here. But in my personal opinion, again, for the god roll, and what I would be looking for is Volatile Launch, Black Powder. Third column, I would be looking for Envious Assassin. And then down that fourth and final column, I would be hunting for Bait and Switch. Bait and Switch, you just can't go wrong with this, especially if you pair it up with something like Wither Horde. But yeah, guys, that is all of our weapons from Ghost of the Deep, the brand new dungeon, and all of the random rolls. Let me know down in the comment section what you're going to be hunting for when the dungeon does drop. I would love to know the god rolls and what you're going to be hunting for, because as soon as the dungeon does go live, we will definitely be farming out a ton of these weapons. But that's going to do it for me in this Destiny 2 video. If you did enjoy, please be sure to let me know by smashing that thumbs up button, and don't forget to subscribe for more. And I've been your boy T Glizzy. You guys have been my awesome viewers, and I'll see you guys in another. Peace.